Okay, Leo, so what I'm hearing from your spread is things aren't always what they seem. I don't know the full message here, but let's go with the examples and see what comes out. So the Six of Pentacles, she has this light behind her. She kind of looks angelic, right? She's giving. And what I kind of felt was, oh, that light back there, that's not her shining. That's just somebody's headlights, you know? That's kind of what I was getting there. With the Eight of Cups, I was talking about this card in another reading. And far away, I thought this was a lightning bolt. But then I realized, oh no, my card's just bent, right? So that was definitely not what it seemed. With the bad health card, what I got from this was somebody feeling ill and thinking that something was really wrong and then going to the doctor and finding out they're pregnant. And maybe you didn't think that you could get pregnant, or you were told that you couldn't get pregnant, but it's like, oh, okay. I thought it was something really bad, and all of a sudden, you know what? It's not as bad as I thought, or it's a blessing, right? In that case. With the thoughts card, what I'm getting here is you might be thinking that someone else doesn't like you very much. You know, your crush doesn't like you, but they're thinking about you. Or you're dating somebody and you're thinking, oh, they don't want long-term with me, but they're thinking marriage with you. That's what I'm kind of getting here. So things aren't always what they seem, which is very interesting. With the Fool card and then the Three of Wands card, to me I'm getting, you feel like a beginner, but you actually have a lot of knowledge within you. You have what you need to go along your path, along your journey, but some people might be feeling that they don't want to move forward because they're not ready yet. But you are. You are ready. Five of Pentacles. So there's the church in the background, and then these people are walking. In a lot of interpretations, they're walking by it, but this is a safe place that they could stay. But we don't know the whole story, do we? They could have been kicked out of that church for some reason. I don't know why, but they could have, and they could have been sent packing. We don't know the full story. We don't know other people's full stories, and we don't know our full story either, Leo. Okay, so where are we going with this, angels and guides? Okay, interesting. So, in the Six of Pentacles, as I said, this woman is giving. She is giving. But then down here, it looks like the same witch. And she looks really distraught. And most of the time I interpret this as like these people being dissatisfied with what this girl is doing, and that she's doing the right thing and she's choosing what it is that she desires, right? But they're judging her. But in this case, she's actually stealing from this witch. This witch is a very giving person, but somebody is taking and has taken too much. Interesting. But now I see her over here in the Seven of Pentacles. And it's like she has decided not to give too much, but to start giving back to herself. Right? And it's all about balance. It's all about balance. Giving and receiving. But she's finally giving more to herself. So we're seeing another side of things. Interesting. But again, what is the relevance, Leo? Seeing another side of things. In another video, this is the first time I've interpreted it as this, but she's building this and she's not walking away from it. She's walking away to go get more, to continue building it. Sometimes when we see things, we make assumptions. But that can get us into trouble. I remember learning about making assumptions with my guides in what I like to call my spiritual boot camp when they first started talking to me. Making assumptions. My lesson was more about making assumptions about how other people will react. This could be about making assumptions of what you should do. Making assumptions about other people. Okay. This girl may have started to build this, but decided it wasn't for her and walked away. But then people are going to judge her. Why would you give up so early? Yes, I've heard a lot of things like that before. Why would you do that? Or why wouldn't you have done this? There's a lot of people that will waste their time talking about other people. And I mean, I've been a person like that before, I'm not going to lie. I think at some point, most of us have. We're so used to it with all the gossip and celebrity gossip and reality TV and everything like that. Okay. So, all right. So when I'm talking about other people talking smack about others, so judging people for their decisions, and I've seen this recently, before I might have wanted to please those people, right? And not want them to think anything badly about me. But now I sit and I look at them and I think, wow, how immature you are. You may be older than me. Maybe by many years. But your maturity level is very, very small. Right? So that has flipped for me. Where now I can see people as they truly are. Because they are exposing themselves. If we look closely enough, people will show their true nature. And you'll especially see it when you start to do well. You know, when you start to take care of yourself more and you start to work on yourself more and things start improving in your life. And then people, when you start shining your light, it reflects onto other people's shadows and reveals those shadows. And it doesn't mean that you can't keep them in your lives. I think it all depends on what's being exposed. You might see jealousy. Yeah, there's probably going to be a lot of jealousy. And you think, how did I not notice that people were so unhappy? Like, how did I miss that? But now it's so much easier to see. Right? We're not making assumptions about people anymore. And those assumptions, now that we're not doing those, it makes it so much easier for us to see ourselves more clearly. Because I think about myself and I remember having depression and I remember being so ashamed about it. I didn't want anyone to know. And I just thought I was so bad. And I wasn't good. I wasn't great. But now that I've gone through it and I've talked to many other people who have experienced mental health issues, I think, wow, I didn't have it that bad. I never thought I'd think that. Never in a million years would I have thought that at all. I thought I was the only person. And now I can see myself a little more clearly because I realize, you know, I didn't have it as bad and I should be very grateful for the way that my journey turned out. It's the same thing with seeing people who are criticizing others and the way that they act. And I used to think that they were above me. right? Better than me, maybe they had a better job than me, they had more money, had a house, had this, had that. But then I see how they treat other people or how their reactions are to other people. And I think, wow, that's really immature of you. Like, that's really, really sad that you feel the need to cut other people down or to dwell on certain topics and just relive them over and over and over. And it makes me think of myself and think, okay. And I'm not saying I'm better than these people, but I'm realizing they're not better than me. They were never better than me. We all have our trauma. We all have difficulty in our lives and things that we need to work through, right? Nobody's perfect. As I said, some of the people that you'll notice, jealousy or something of that nature, you can understand it and you think, okay, well, what they said wasn't okay, but I understand it and I see that and I'm going to let that slide. But other people, sometimes the way that they react to things, they don't deserve that leniency, okay? That's what I'm getting here. So Leo, this has been kind of all over the place, but I feel like it happened for a reason. Like, this is a journey of you realizing through comparison of others, but not in a negative way. You might notice that your spiritual team is guiding you towards this, where you start to see people in a different way. And it helps you to see yourself in a different way. Like, when you grow up and you just, you think of your parents a certain way, but then you grow up and then you start to see them as actual human beings, and then you have more understanding and more compassion for them and think about all the things that they've done for you and how difficult that must have been for them, right? Like, it's like that. That's what I'm getting here, Leo, is having that change of mentality, changing the views of yourself through the views of others, no longer making assumptions about other people. And that's creating clarity within yourself. They're showing me the word loser. I thought I was a loser for a long, long, long time. I'm sure some people might think I'm a loser. I don't really care anymore. But I'm starting to realize that I wasn't as bad as I thought I was. And we never are. We never are. So this is a blessing. This is a gift to be able to see ourselves in a different way. Okay. Yeah. I remember near the beginning of my journey, of my healing journey, I asked my angels and guides, I asked Archangel Chamuel, can you please help me see myself the way that you see me? And they've shown me snippets and made me feel snippets of myself. And I'm just like, it might make me cry. And then I move on, right? And they were like, honey, no one else can show you. No one else can show you who you are except for you. And they're going to make me cry. But you can see reflections in other people. That's what's going to stick. Because somebody telling you that you're great feels good at the time, but does that stick? Not always, no. It's actually, if somebody said something negative to you, that is more likely to stick than if somebody said something positive about you. But when you yourself start to realize, like this woman is realizing, that her friends aren't really her friends, right? The people who they thought supported them, they kicked them out. Okay? Not saying that's the church, it could be something else. It could be family members kicking them out. Whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. Because you're starting to see other people in a new light, and that's helping to shine a light on you. So you can see yourself more clearly. Woo. Took me a while to get there, Leo. But I think that's the journey that we're on. It's going to take us a while to get there. But I'd be interested to know if some of you have been experiencing this yourself, where you're starting to see things in other people. It could be positive as well, but what I'm getting from here is more negative, like, or just having that realization that you're not as bad as you thought you were. And I think that's super, super important to help us realize that often we put other people on pedestals and we put ourselves down, down below the ground. Okay? And it's like there's going to be like this equality there. We're getting to equal ground and seeing ourselves, because no one is better than anyone else. And it's about time we realize that. So that we can stop beating ourselves up and start being happy with ourselves, you know? Being happy with who we are, and realizing when someone else lashes out at us, that's another big one. When somebody lashes out at us, it's because of something that's going on within them, and it doesn't have anything to do with us. I've triggered people a few times, and I look and I think, I'm not even sorry that I did it, because that was not my intention. But that's the way that they took it, and their reaction to what I say or do is not my responsibility. Not if I'm not doing something maliciously and I'm just being myself. If somebody takes it the wrong way, then that's their responsibility, and they're the one who has to work on their healing. Okay, Leo, so that's what I got for your reading here. I love this for you. This is really exciting. It might not seem like it at the time, but once we come through all of this, having that clarity about ourselves, that gives us a sense of inner peace where we can just kind of move on and enjoy our lives and not worry about what other people are thinking about us, right? Okay, thank you so much for watching, Leo. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I see you in the next one.